Confident. Welcome back to Weekend Edition. This is Rehash, where we recap the big stories of the last week. And I wanted to start with Ken because he's outnumbered this week.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay. Fair enough. No, so this week, a lot of the action that I covered was down at the Guam legislature. There was a lot of debate, but it wasn't on session floor, but it was actually elsewhere between senators. As Senator Dennis Rodriguez Jr., he expressed his disappointment and his upset. He was upset over Michael St. Nicholas not scheduling a hearing for several of his bills. One of them had been introduced 7 months ago. He was saying that one senator shouldn't suppress the voices of the people, and so he decided to hold a hearing of his own. Hold a hearing of his own, and then this resulted in other people raising concerns as well. I know Senator Narissa Underwood had a bill that had been sitting since January in Michael St. Nicholas's Committee on Finance that had never been scheduled. She held a public meeting also. So the Committee on Rules met this week, and they re-referred several of those bills to other committees. Senator St. Nicholas said he was asking for respect as chairpersons, and he was saying he didn't hold any of these hearings because there was no funding, despite some of the senators saying there actually was. Some of them didn't require funding. So they re-referred those bills, and then this week, Senator Rodriguez also introduced a resolution that's currently on session floor that would require senators to hold hearings within 120 days, and if they don't, the senator who introduced that bill can do it on their own. So they haven't discussed it yet on session floor, so they're probably going to do that next week.
Cool. Okay. Speaking of respect and frustration, things really came to a head Thursday night at the Guam International Airport, and that was the story that you may have watched yesterday or on Friday. Dozens of Catholics, young and old, they protested at the airport, and they were very loud, they were very angry. They were greeting Giuseppe Generini. He is the head of the Neo-Catecumενal Church in the United States. And so if you've been following what's been happening in the Catholic Church, many Catholics are upset about the Neos. They're upset about the removal of Father Gofagan and Monsignor James Beneventi. And for the past 3 years, they've been holding peaceful protests, and they've been demanding and asking for an audience with the Archbishop. And for the past 3 years, they haven't had that opportunity. And so things really just came to a head Thursday night, and you can watch that video on
I'm
Facebook.
sure it's a viral video by now.
Yeah.
Lisa?
Okay, well, that was kind of a shocking event, and speaking of another kind of surprising or shocking event in the community that happened on Friday, it started out as a string of burglaries at FB Leon Guerrero Middle School, but it turned into something much more serious. So there were at least 3 burglaries last month and another 5 this month. And so they found, they actually left an employee at DOE to watch overnight on Thursday night, but they didn't catch anyone, but they had a sting on Friday morning. And they found 5 minors in the jungle, sleeping in the jungle. They appear to be runaways, and they suspect them of having been involved in the string of burglaries, because the burglaries, they didn't really steal any valuable material. They kind of just ruffled through things, had some graffiti, and they stole food. So they're thinking that it might have been these children, and they apparently were missing from their home for several days. So that matter is currently under investigation, and they were detained at the Department of Youth Affairs.
Okay, since we're segueing continuously, investigations are ongoing with GPD relative to Smoke and Wheels incident. It was Sunday afternoon. The Smoke and Wheels weekend was cut short when a volunteer was 2 volunteers were sent to the hospital, and one of them actually passed away. He was Jesse Salas. I believe he's in his 40s. Sorry, I lost my train of thought. But Jesse Salas, and there's an investigation ongoing, and so the track will not be open for any motocross activities until that investigation is completed. And also another fatality in Agate. It was also another car incident. His name was Mitchell Torrey. He was 21 years old, and he was driving northbound in a silver Toyota Corolla when he struck a tree, and he passed away from a crushed head and neck, and several other injuries. An investigation is ongoing in that. And then also in court, a big news on Friday, Mark Torrey Jr. appeared in court, and it looks like he might be claiming self-defense. So this is a total different. This is turn of events, because in body camera footage, he actually implied to police that were responding to the scene that it was self-inflicted, that Albert Piolo shot himself. And then even Albert Piolo is heard on dispatchers, speaking with dispatchers from 911, that he shot me and indicated that Tory was with him. So a preliminary trial date has been set for June 13. If you want us here at KUAM to cover any of the things you think are news stories, email us at reporters@kuam.com.